Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the EE smarthub Plus router that EE are providing with some of their broadband and fibre packages. I'll also be covering the ordering and switching process, the delivery of the hub, the ports and the internet performance. If you get any value from this video, please feel free to give it a like and maybe even consider subscribing. With that said, let's get on with the video. So in terms of what I ordered, I opted for EE's Broadband 67 Essentials plan on the 5th of April 2024 after trying to get a better deal with my existing provider Sky, who decided that after 17 years of being with them, they didn't want to offer me a better deal, so it was time to switch. The ordering process with EE was very simple. I was an existing customer of their mobile service, so I just needed to add the broadband package I wanted to my account by filling out a quick form and confirming the start date, which was set for the 22nd of April 2024. As for cancelling my existing service with Sky, EE handled all of that for me, which was very nice. All I had to do was tell them who my existing provider was, and they did all the legwork for me. A few days later, I got a letter from Sky confirming the cancellation request. There was nothing further I needed to do with Sky at that point, although I did cancel the direct debit after the service with them was over, but I did that via my bank's mobile app. All I then needed to do was wait for the delivery of the smarthub Plus. The delivery of the smarthub Plus was done via Royal Mail and was shipped out on a tracked 48-hour service. EE provided the tracking number via email, and it was also available in their customer portal as well. The only criticism of EE I have at this point is when they dispatched the smarthub Plus. EE shipped the device out on the Thursday before my switchover date, which was the following Monday. This meant that the smarthub Plus would be delivered any time on Friday or Saturday, which was fine. However though, Royal Mail didn't deliver on the Saturday due to them not being able to find my address, so it got delivered on Monday instead, the day of my switchover. This wasn't a major issue, but I would like to recommend that EE ship out their hubs to other customers a little sooner than they did with mine. Lastly, before I get to the unboxing, there will need to be someone at home to accept the delivery of the box, as it's too big to fit through a letterbox, unlike some other routers I and others have had in the past. That being said, let's get to the unboxing. Upon opening the box, the first thing on top is a user guide that shows you how to set up the smarthub Plus. Quick overview of what's inside of it. And here's the front and the back. So I'll put that to one side because I won't be needing that. So left side or right side? Left. So in this compartment we have just the power adapter, and there's nothing else in there. Close that up, and right side we have an ADSL filter, standard BT socket for which you might not need it. Depends on the package you've gone for. So it looks like a 2-wire filter. And lastly we have an RJ11 broadband cable. So this is just for your standard ADSL, VDSL, and that looks a little bit blurry, but it's a 2-wire connection again. There we go. Oh, never mind. Tried. So middle section we have the actual router itself. Not too awkward to get out. Pop that to one side a minute, see if there's anything else in here. Nope. That's all she wrote. So I'll take that paper sleeve off. It's nice to see it's paper instead of plastic. Just an observation. No RJ45 cable, so not even a Cat 5 cable. Never mind. First time I've ever not had one in a box from a router, but there you go. I'll put that manual back in there. It's all in one place. Get in there. Right, all done with that. Pop that to one side. So let's have a little look at this. So, indent on the front, that looks like the E logo. WPS button. Note on that side. And flipping around to the back. Collection of ports on here, let's see. So we've got broadband connection for typical ADSL, digital phone if you need it, 4 1GB Ethernet ports, a 2.5 gig WAN port, that'll go to your BT fiber, and a USB port. Power goes in here, power button, and we've got a reset as well. And lastly, we've got a security card or settings card, which has your Wi-Fi details and a few other things, but we'll get into that more in a moment. Pop that back in place for now. And let's have a look at the ports in more detail. On the left hand side of the smarthub Plus, there's a WPS button to help connect devices easily with the Wi-Fi network that support WPS. In terms of ports on the back of the smarthub Plus, we have a grey RJ11 modem port for a standard ADSL/VDSL connection. Again, this is a 2-wire port for those that might be interested. I'll be using this port as I currently can't get a full OpenReach fibre service where I live. Hopefully that'll change by the time my contract's up in a couple of years. Next to that, we have a green BT phone port for a digital phone. I won't be using this, but it's there if you need it. Next to that are 4 1GB yellow Ethernet ports. I'll be using some of these, but it would be nice to at least have one 2.5GB Ethernet LAN port to match the speed of the 2.5GB WAN port, especially with more and more desktop PCs and Macs coming with ports that are faster than 1GB. Next to those is a single red 2.5GB WAN port. This is used to connect to an OpenReach optical network terminal that OpenReach usually install when you take out a fiber package to the premise. And next to that is a USB 3 port. Unlike some of the other hubs and routers from EE and other vendors on the market, this port currently isn't usable for anything. I did some testing and some digging around, and it seems it's only used for diagnostics by engineers, but you can actually use it to power something off of it. For example, I tested it with an 8 gig Raspberry Pi 4 that runs Ubuntu server, so there's no desktop interface on that, and it was able to power that nicely. I did get a power warning LED flashing on the Pi 4, but that's due to not using the official power adapter that Raspberry Pi supply, or offer rather. I don't have any concerns about that, as I've used it with another third-party adapter previously that's done the same thing and it's been fine. And the last port is the power adapter to go into, pretty self-explanatory. And then next to that we've just got the power button and finally the reset switch. Now, in terms of Wi-Fi connectivity, This is a Wi-Fi 6 capable hub, so it doesn't actually support Wi-Fi 6E speeds, which, given it's 2024, I think it really should do that. Finally, on the back, there is a settings card that you can slide up and take out. It does include a QR code, which allows you to join the Wi-Fi network without putting in the name and password of the network. I use this on an iPhone, and once you scan the QR code, it asks you if you want to join the Wi-Fi network. I then press join, and the phone was all set to go on that new network. Next is the Wi-Fi network name and password. After that, SmartHub Plus's admin interface password. And finally, a quick guide for the various colours of the front LED that shows what the status of the SmartHub Plus's internet connection is. Moving on from the SmartHub Plus, let's take a look at the included accessories. First, the included RJ11 broadband cable is a 2-wire cable that is around 2.8 meters, which is around 9.19 feet, but that may vary. Finally, the included power adapter is a 12 volt 2.5 amp adapter that provides a maximum of around 30 watts of power. The cable length supplied is around 2.8 meters or 9.19 feet again, so it's roughly the same length as the RJ11 cable. Power usage wise, I checked the power draw of the SmartHub Plus a few times with one Ethernet cable plugged in, the Wi-Fi active and the RJ11 broadband port in use. The power draw that was measured at the wall socket each time was between 11 and 14 watts. Checking the speed of the broadband port, I'm getting download speeds of around 63 to 67 megabits per second and upload speeds of around 12 to 16 megabits per second. The speed is pretty much the same that I was getting before with Sky, which is nice to see. I have in the past seen performance drops when switching between providers, but for now that hasn't been the case with EE. So to round up this video, the switch to EE has been good so far. I've been using it for about 2 or so months, and other than the odd drop of the broadband connection, which usually lasts no more than a minute, I haven't had any issues with it. My only gripe with the whole switchover was the shipping of the hub itself, which I think EE should look into shipping their hubs out to customers sooner than they did with mine, but that's about it. Again, if you get any value out of this video, please feel free to give it a like and maybe even consider subscribing. Also, if there's anything else you'd like to know about the SmartHub Plus that I didn't cover in the video, please leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do. For example, would a tour of the SmartHub Plus's admin interface be of interest? Again, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.